What's up, guys? Welcome to the Jackal Tackle, and welcome to the preview of the third test and the decider of the Lions series. Let's have a look at the lineups and then make a prediction at the end. Okay, first off, the same front three. They have performed very well through the first two games, whether it's coming up from the bench or starting. All three played phenomenally and well deserved to start in the third test. Okay, the locks. Only Lure Jager changed there. It is because of Peter Steph Toy's injury. But I would not have been surprised if he played above Mostert. Mostert had a great game, but Lewitt, when he came on um, and just changed the whole line-out scene for the Springboks, and yeah, just was a steady head, a calm head at the end of the game to seal off the game. And yeah, that's probably why I thought he would start even if Peter Steph was fine. But that opened up this number seven position for Franco Mostert to take, and well, he plays like a Lucy. His work rate is one of the best in the world. You won't find a lock with a higher work rate than Franco Mostert. The guy just doesn't stop running. Um, so I am not upset that he is playing above like a guy like, let's say, Marco van Staden or someone like that. He is very good, and he proves himself every week. So I am happy with that decision. And well, the more looks you have on the field, the better. So um, then Visa returns. He had a great second test. He played well. Made 14 tackles, tied with the top, and yeah, he's just better under the eyeball, bit better than Quagga. Uh, Possibly just because of his build. I think he was also protected a bit more than Quagga, but uh, the right decision for me if Dwayne can play. Unfortunately, he can't because of his injury, but Visa isn't a bad replacement. Talking about replacements, then we move on to Kobus Reinach, who's replacing Faf de Klerk. It's bad that Faf can't play because he probably is one of the best nines in the game, and Reinach is a good replacement, but he isn't Faf. I would pick Reinach over Herschel just because Reinach is more of a South Africa like to play to slow the tempo down sometimes, and I think Reinach is better at that than Herschel. Herschel is a bit more of a nippy scrum off and likes to uh, speed up the game a bit. Great for second half when you need some momentum, and then Herschel does the job. But I'm happy Reinach is starting above him. Then moving on to the rest of the back line, just the same, solid. I just want to give a, I just want to highlight Lukanya Am. The first two tests he was just phenomenal in both. I think for me, at this moment, he is probably the best outside center in the world for me. Just he has 70, I think 17 caps, but he plays like he has 71. Oh, what a player! He really one of the best one-on-one defenders in the world. He just reads the defensive lines perfectly, and yeah, outside center is the toughest position to tackle and of to defend, and does it easily. So yeah, no, well done to and he thoroughly proved a lot of people wrong, including myself at times, and just shout out to Then looking on at the bench, first test, the Springboks don't have a lock on the bench. Uh, yeah, because we are playing with three, but with Peter Steph we're also technically playing with three, but we don't have one on the bench. And interesting that we're not going with a 6-2 split. But I can sacrifice a 6-2 split if you bring on Mornay-Stein, and I really am happy that Mornay-Stein is getting his chance again. Just I would love if Mornay-Stein recreated the 2009 kick. I think everyone when they saw the lineup thought the same thing about Moraestein, and I am happy that he is there. His performances in the South African competitions have proved that he still has it. Unlike someone like Alan Jones, uh, yeah, who is old but doesn't perform as well as he did. Mornestein plays very well for me at the moment, and I am happy to see him back with the Springboks. And just the rest of the bench, basically the same. Also, just a shout out to Damon Willems. The his ability to play literally every position in the back line is superb. The Springboks have really made use of this. As you can see, when Mapimpi went off in the second test and he came on and he played wing, and he did a great job. Like, didn't look out of place at all and was just superb. Uh, so yeah, I really am happy with the Springboks team. Um, it's bad with the injuries to Peter Stephen Faf, but I think this team still is very solid and yeah, could do the job. Let's move on to the Lions team. Okay, Wayne Jones is starting. I would think probably he would have started the first two if it wasn't for his injury. Then Ken Owens should have played the first two. He's much better than Luke Amandiki for me. Um, Maro Itoje shouldn't even be allowed to play in the third test. I talked about that in my review. It's a disgrace that he hasn't been punished. But okay, let's move on anyway. Courtney Laws at 6. I can understand why Gatland hasn't made a change, because Courtney Laws, he is there for me. I would say for a physical guy, for physicality and for lineouts and things like that. But he just isn't doing the job really. He isn't performing that well that I would keep him in. I think they have better options on the bench, and I would have made use of that. Um, but let's see. Gatland does trust him. If he has played under Gatland a lot of in previous Lions tours, so Gatland does trust him. Let's see if it pays off. Then Ali Price is back in, probably because Murray just slowed the game down way too much and played on the Springboks tempo in the second test, and he was punished. Um, the Springboks just every time he had the chance to uh, put a competitive kick up, he took his time, and the Springboks just settled and were just ready for it. And yeah, the Lions couldn't build much momentum, and that's probably why we are seeing Ali Price back in the team, a bit more fast-paced, scrummy, and a bit quicker than Murray. Then Bigger, lots of people are asking questions about Bigger and doubting him. People are saying Marcus Smith should start and Van Russell should start. So Bigger does have a point to prove. I think people are a bit critical of him. He is only playing the style Gatland wants him to play. So I wouldn't put put the blame really on Bigger, but that is what the Northern Hemisphere fans are doing. So you know, just I can understand it, but let's move on. Okay, Duan, people are really upset that he's playing again. They wanted Anthony Watson to stay in, and then for to for George Adams to replace him. Adams is in the team, but in the place of Anthony Watson, which raised a lot of eyebrows, and people are not happy. Yeah, I can't understand. I can understand why they are upset. The one didn't play particularly well in the second test, but yeah, just remember how good he was in the first test and in the leading up to the series. So, oh well, Bondi Aki playing again. I can understand that. Bondi Aki, I was so shocked that he was picked, even that he was even picked for the Lions though. How can you start him in the decider? Like, all the guy does is just he's he's a downgrade to, like, Bastrao. He's not that good. his Six Nations highlights was basically just getting red cards and sitting on the bench. So I can understand why you would pick him. Josh Adams in the team. I wouldn't say I particularly like Josh Adams, but I couldn't really understand why he wasn't picked. The guy scored he scored 8 tries in the lead up to the test. How can you leave a guy out with 8 tries in just a couple of games? Fully deserved to be back in the team. I was just surprised that Reece Zammit didn't get a call. Not get a call up. That he didn't play in one of the tests and will not play in one of the tests. But Josh Adams deserves it, and he his decision is justified. Liam Williams, Stewart Hawke dropped straight just to the squad, not even in the matchday squad. Um, Liam Williams, I think it's because of the high ball, and Stewart Hawke did struggle under the high ball a bit. We all know Liam Williams is excellent under the high ball, so probably because of that. Then moving on to the bench, basically the same except for Adam Beard and Sam Simmons coming on in the back in the front in the pack. Adam Beard, I can understand. This is the first. It's the first time that the Lions have a lock on the bench, and now you pick Adam Beard. I don't know. I don't rate that. I don't rate him. I think it's Gatlin's choice to put. It's just because Gatlin knows him. That's probably because of Wales and stuff like that. That's the only reason I can see that Adam Beard is there. Sam Simmons, I I can understand why he wasn't there sooner. I would have played him on the bench much sooner. He's just something different. The amount of tries he scored in the Premiership just proves how good he is, and what the disgrace it is that he hasn't played for England in the last while. Um, but I think he is a game changer, just like a guy like Finn Russell who's on the bench. I just think the Boks will be able to stop Finn Russell. I like Finn Russell a lot, but I don't think his tricks will work against the Springboks. Um, then for my prediction, I would say the Springboks will win again. I think their momentum will take them through. Like the second test was a beating. I don't think the Lions can bounce back from something like that so quickly. They have made a lot of changes. Uh, that will probably help a bit, and I think it will make the game closer. But I don't think they will be able to win it. I think the Springboks will win the series, like I said previously. Um, I said they will win 2 games in a row, and this will be the second game they win. And yeah, I think it will be a lot. The third test will be a lot like the semi-final of the World Cup between South Africa and Wales, where it's kicking battle, but South Africa are dominant, but Wales just stay in the game, stay in the game, stay in the game. I think it will be a lot like that, but I think the Springboks will win it in the end. By I think more than 3, not too far, but I think more than 3 points. Let me know what your predictions is. Let me know what your opinions are about the two teams. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in a bit.